Hi, welcome to the demo of responsive sales invoice UI in Salesforce. This application development is mainly intended to develop a UI for a financial force where the transaction and transaction line item need to be saved together with ease of use. There are lots of others UI fields also need to be controlled automatically. This is a sample UI given to us, and then it was also told that we can go and build UI as per our want, so that it is very easy. Whatever we want we can do with the UI if we find it good. So there are new one unmanaged package was given that is need to be installed in the development org before proceeding for us. But I build both my changes and whatever provided in a single build, so that need to be deployed in a new development organization to avoid any error. There are lots of things which are out of scope, and it's came to know in the discussion forum, like there are a couple of things like this shipping method is out of scope. It's just an UI placeholder, and other things like getting that value of tax value is also this one, getting a tax value. This is also a placeholder. There is no use, we can't do anything. This would be the sample method has been given to us to populate tax value on a JF remoting. And as well as the currency management is not also in the scope of this challenge. So I'm directly now coming to the challenge. As a part of this challenge, I have directly going, and I will show as a part of this challenge, and the given transaction object. So if I go to this transaction and if I click on a new one, so you can see that UI is coming here. This is the main UI which will come. You can see I have enabled that header and the sidebar as well as per as requested, and as well as you can see this UI is also responsive. I will show you. Sorry, it got hanged. Just wait for some time. My net is slow, so it's creating some problem. So you can see this UI is responsive, means it can be used with a Salesforce one as well. I have used a modified Bootstrap version, which is don't have any conflict with Salesforce. Usually Salesforce have a conflict with Bootstrap because they use some of the classes having the same name with used in Bootstrap. So I have eliminated those, and I have modified a bootstrap in such a way so that it won't have any conflict with Salesforce. So I will give you that Salesforce one view. As it was requested, it will be a big plus if it can run on Salesforce as well. So I'll give you the Salesforce one view as well. Then I will come to the functionality one by one. So you can also view the page here. So I'll just scroll down a bit. So you can see page is responsive. It's not getting anything. So it's working in Salesforce one as well. So now coming to the development directly. There are lots of lookup field has been provided as per the data model, and if we build anything on this with this in Salesforce one, it looks pretty ugly. So I have kept those these all the lookups. This is a lookup field, and also if I come on the line, so this is a lookup field. Let me refresh it. My net is not working this very smart way, so I have to do it. Okay. uh, Understood. What I was saying. Okay. um my net is giving trouble. Okay, if I go to transaction and I click on new, sorry for the inconvenience or the net speed. So these all are fields are lookup field, but I have converted into a type ahead, and what I did, I using jQuery, I hide all the lookup icons here. So if you see that it's University of Arizona, if I select it, so what will happen, as per the requirement, this will automatically get populated these fields, and this will come from account, as well as you can see this invoice currency is also getting populated here. And now if I try to click the save all, so what will happen, see, here it is saying that all star fields are required fields. You can see as per the requirement, invoice date, due date, and period, these all are required field. As invoice currencies already get populated, so it's not coming, so this is also a required field. Now what I'll do, I'll set it to none and try to do a save all. So you can see now this time that invoice currency is also coming. So I will set it to USD, because I can choose it at transaction level as well. So what will happen, as soon as you select that USD, you can see this net total, tax value, and invoice total is all also getting converted in USD. So show you. So if I doing it GBP, it is also already getting into GBP. There is no currency conversion is happening because this is out of the scope of this challenge. But in the as its challenge is more on the UI one, so this is getting calculated on the UI itself. So, and this is also a lookup field to the account currency underscore SQC object, and it is getting converted to a pick list as per the requirement. So I'm filling the due invoice date, due date, and the period. It's also a lookup field. It's getting converted to a type ahead, and I'm coming to the lines. So you can see one line item is getting created by default. So there is and if you can add one or more line items, so you can, this is also a, so I'm taking SLA gold, I'm quantity giving 12 unit price, I'm giving 12, I'll giving it 120. So you can see this net value is getting calculated here, is net total is coming, then bus total. Now you put the tax value, if you put the tax value here, so I'm putting tax of 50, so it is getting calculated the invoice total. Now we add one line item, So you can see this tax A is automatically get populated from account. This is also a type ahead, and you can change the value here if you want. But I'm keeping it tax A. Like this is also a lookup field, and this is also a lookup field, and I'm converted it to a type ahead. So I'll put it SLA. Yep, SLA silver. Now I'm not giving any quantity or unit price. So now I'm trying to do a save all. So you can see this product quantity unit price is required for the line item. So what is happening? So for line items, these quantity and unit price are required field. So that is why these two are coming. So now I'll give some here. It's 35, and I'll give the tags value. As soon as you do a change, this is getting populated. I did from tax A to tax B and again tax A. So this zero value is getting populated from the remoting one. This is also a requirement. So now this is one. So what I can do, I can remove these as well. So this is get removed. So if I now click a save, so it got redirected. So you can see that document currency field is getting populated by GPP, which is a lookup. This was a clear cut requirement, and this is the account is getting populated, and this is due date and these all are the thing. Okay, so this is the transaction line item is created here. So now I'll if I click on the edit, what will happen, it will be get reloaded with all the pre-filled values. So now I'll put some customer reference and as well as some invoice description and save it. Sorry for the inconvenience, my system is running bit slow than for the net speed. um no Now if I save it, so you can see the description one and the reference one is got saved as well. So I have overridden that new button and edit button for the transaction. So as per the requirement, uh, rather than go back button, I have given the cancel button, clicking on which you will go back to the transaction, and upon the successful insertion you will go back to the transaction record created or edited. So cancel button will take you back to the record. So now I'm coming to the code walkthrough. This is the page where I did a standard controller and extension is sales invoice ext. This is the extension for the page. I have used a jQuery tab for showing those pages and Bootstrap for creating responsiveness. Uh, So now coming to the class, there are some basic requirements are there that if anything got failed, we have to revert it back to the previous one. So you can see then save all. This load instance is I'm creating that as a point in case of any error. Also, I am going back to that save instance. Is if anything error happens, I am going doing a rollback and I'm showing a message to the user using standard messages. And in this case, this will reach only when if there is the update, all the updates are successful. And here I am checking that if anybody is, as I am providing one default line item whenever you are clicking on new. So I'm checking if you have put it any of the value like product, unit price or quantity, then you have to give the three of them. You can't put in a single one. So either you have to remove it or you have to give the all three values, all three required values. And this method is a reusable one where I'm getting all the type aheads from this using this method is actually taking that object name and the field name on which you want to do a type ahead. So using this I am creating the type add values and binding these things with the style class of that input fields. I'll show you how I am doing it. And I have created one wrapper class so that it can be wrapped. So because on the fly I have to create some new line item, and on the fly I have to delete those. So as I don't have an id to how I can identify that which record is selected for the deletion. So that is I'm creating a wrapper and I'm giving that id of on that image. So based on that which row number need to be deleted, and I'm getting it to into the controller and removing that item. So and one thing I have implemented here, if the it's you are editing an existing record and I find that you have clicked on the cross button, I am deleting that line item records. It will be deleted permanently. So if you click on cross, and if I see that it is not in the day in no id is associated with the line item, then I'm deleting it from removing it from the list where I'm using which I'm iterating through. So I have written one catch block to the for the two DML operation I am doing, and I am doing an upsert operation so that if anything newly created or edited also taken care using a single statement. And now coming to the these classes. This classes is provided by the copilot, and I did not modify it that. So if I go, you can see my class has a coverage of 99%, and I will do some walkthrough on my test classes as well. So this is the new transaction test when user clicking on the new button, and I have put a test.start and state.stop, and as well as some meaningful asserts where I am doing an adding line item and removing line item and checking that the same line items are there. This method is for the editing transaction where the transaction will be a successful one. And after that, after these things, I am querying the database and saying that document currency is getting correctly updated by the by USD. That means that account currency created in line number 37. This one, the negative test, where I'm trying I'm deleting an existing record from the backend and trying to save the record, and it will go to the cache block in case of a saving of record, and update will not happen. And this is also another negative scenario when I'm not passing the required field product and trying to save the records, so it won't get saved. The document currency will null and everything will be reverted back. This is, I have written two success scenarios and two negative scenarios, and test class coverage has a 99%. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed the video.